Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you beautiful people. You, it's your boy T Coop MIA. I'm missing in action, but you know where to find me. I'm right here, man. So I told you I was gonna do the lyric videos, so I did lyric videos for y'all. I never done those before, so I got you. And I was gonna talk about some of these tracks and how we made them, just to give you a little more insight. So we're gonna go through the album real quick. I might go a little into detail about like how we made the beat and stuff like that, or who made the beat because I didn't make all the beats. So first we got sophisticated, sophisticated. It's even spelled crazy because we crazy like that. So S-O fist like fist space tocated. So that's me and CC the Abstract Cat Eyes. And if you don't know who CC is, that's my aunt. So my aunt and my dad both make music. And my aunt's produced a bunch of tracks that y'all love. She did Backyard Boogie. She did, a bunch of joints. Muscle Memory. And then we produce together sometimes too. So this is one of these joints that's like a good splice of both of us. Like I started making the beat and me and her just like tapped in on different instruments. We'll both be at the keys or like it's crazy when we work because it's such a meld. But we was just clowning, man, and then she came up with that crazy the harmony, man, that vocal arrangement. This was so fun, man. This is so fun to make. And I remember we probably made this beat in like 30, 40 minutes and then had the hook. I think I was mumbling the hook because it just sounded like real funky, you know what I'm saying? Like a sophisticated woman. And then I think I probably just listened to the hook and like the pre-chorus and the harmonies and stuff for like a month. And then maybe like 2 months. And then I came back and I wrote it and I finished the rest. So I wrote all of that, but that's literally me and my aunt doing all the background vocals and the harmonies, and we both made the beat. Like we both made the beat. That's crazy. All right, next up, what we got? What we got? Yeah, okay. Okay, we got Goddess. I love this record. This is a good record. So Goddess is produced by JBBP. Jay from the BBP. That's business before pleasure. That boy's crazy. Jay is one of my favorite producers, man. This dude has like he just make hit records. Like that's the kind of sound he has. It's just shout out my dog Jay. So it's Jay and it's also A&T. Yeah, man. This is the both of them. And the crazy backstory on this record is this was gonna be on a compilation that we were gonna do like a few years before. This is like before COVID, before the blip, you know. And the idea was we would get a bunch of beats from everybody in the camp. Like if you made beats, you had to throw in some beats, and if you were an artist, you need to jump on like 3 records. So I threw in 3 beats. I don't even remember what 3 beats I threw in, but I got on this one because I love the way it sounded, and I just kept it, and I wanted somebody to get on it, and then I just was like, forget it, I'm gonna release this shit. So that's a and actually this is based on a real experience too. Like sophisticated and this both kind of play on the same interaction. This one instance of like meeting somebody out. Um, and that was a fun record, man. I love that record. I've had that for a while. I think this is should be palatable for people, like that hybrid of what I really sound like, R&B, hip hop. I love that joint. So shout out, yeah, man. Shout out Ant. Shout out Jay, BBP. Business before pleasure. You know that. All right, what's we got next? Oh, yeah. So WKAT. Wow, the cat's me out. That's me. and CC the Abstract Cat Ass yet again strikes again. um, I wanted the EP to kind of jump up at you and then get a little grace period and then taper it off. So we throw skits in like all my projects now, so I can still keep some of that comedic element that I have. And plus, when me and my aunt work, you know, the crazy hours that she be working, like you need a break every now and then. So a lot of times we'll just goof off, and sometimes those goofing off ends up in skits like that. So, and plus she's got this thing with cats, so it's just, but yeah. Yeah, man, that's funny, man. I hope y'all enjoy that. WKAT. And this one, this right here is the smack you in the face in the middle of it. The Okie Doke, man. The only features on the project. Shout out my boy A&T again. This time A&T is spitting. And if you keep up with me, you've heard so many me and A&T records. A&T produced Little Havana. We just dropped the NAS joints, the Nice and Slow joint. You can go watch that video and get that project he had called Bad for Business with Ilshan. A&T's the Brody, man. That's my bro. And me and A&T got something loaded up for you guys. It's gonna And then also we got Kyrie. You already know about him. That's family. That's all Darshan. That's in the house, baby. This is a real hip hop record, so you just need people that can really, really spit. You know what I mean? And they execute it like they always do. This is crazy because this is also produced by CC the Abstract Cat Eyes. And this is what she calls the beat that I never let her finish. So I think Okie Doke and Sophisticated and some other stuff we did a few years ago. But it was one period where we were just in the studio every day for like hours. It was a couple of summers ago, but we kicked out a lot of stuff. This is one of them, and this was like the last thing we did, so it's probably like 5 in the morning or something like that. And she started making the beat, and she was falling asleep, and she just put the loop in. Man, and then she threw the break in there, and I just started screaming, "Don't touch it! Don't do nothing else! Don't leave it alone! Leave it alone!" And she was like, "All right." And then I kind of had to do the mumble for a second, but I'm also falling asleep. She just left. She had already fallen asleep. And so what I did was I bounced it. I bounced out the beat. Oh, actually, no, I'm lying. Not even that. I actually recorded the verse that night. So I probably made the hook and the chorus really quickly because I was falling asleep at that nice dream state. And then I bounced this out, and then I sent it to A&T. And then A&T, since he's vamp life like me, he recorded his verse that same night, or like the next day, because it was the next day actually. And then he sent it back to me. So then by the time I got back to hers, like 3 days later, we already had my verse and A&T's verse. And then after that, then I sent it to Kyrie to finish it off. And so by the time CC heard this joint, it was pretty much a whole song already. And so she always calls this the beat I never let her finish. And then finish it off. Oh, no, not yet. Oh, Therapy. That's pretty much self-explanatory. We're bringing down the tone of the album. This is actually me. I produced the last 2 joints. I wrote and I produced everything, and there's no samples or none of that stuff. Like I actually produced it, make beats and that stuff. So Therapy is kind of like a kind of page out of my writing book. I'm always like reading and writing. You gotta always read and write. So yeah, man, that's kind of like self-explanatory. I make music because I love it and it's business, but I'm a real artist, so I put just like It's for therapy. If I didn't have music, I'd be real crazy. I think I'm crazy now. And then the last one is Steady Falling, which is like my R&B joint, R&B hip hop blend. Um, Steady Falling is about like falling out of love with somebody, and if you really, really in love with somebody, like that drop is so precipitous. It's that feeling like if you was falling out of a chair, like that first 2 nanoseconds where you're not really falling, but you finna bust your ass, and you're like floating, gravity ain't caught you yet. That's kind of like that love sick feeling. Um, and everybody thinks like this was inspired by me. It was actually inspired by a friend of mine uh, who was going through a tough time in a relationship, and they were like just having the thought of, am I falling out of love with this person? And obviously, if you date enough, you have some of these experiences. So I think that's a really good one. A lot of emotion in that one. So yeah, those last two are me. CC Abstract, Cat Eyes is all over this project. A&T, JBBP, Kyreek. And if you have it, man, go listen to What's Next. I got the lyric videos, it's streaming everywhere. And y'all stay tuned because we got some more stuff coming for you. I'm gonna let you know when I'm doing the visuals and what visuals. The jazz. Like, share, subscribe. If you got some questions, hit me up. T Coop and my A man, go listen to What's Next, y'all.